So let me introduce you to everybody here really quickly. Hey, good morning. It's Maria from the Fox 11 newsroom here in Los Angeles, and I've got the awesome dancer, gymnast, Shawn Johnson with us this morning. She's on Dancing with the Stars again. She's back, so I want to know how she's doing. And if you guys have any questions, get to me. But I want to introduce you first. Ooh, I'm late in my duties here. This is Ayub. He is hanging out with us from Leicester. He's in England.
Hello.
Hi. Diano is in Reno.
Hi.
Gracie is here in the Yucca Valley in Southern California.
Hey.
Kempton is in Calgary, Canada.
Hi.
Kyle is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hello, Midwest.
Yes. Oh, I like the goatee for, is it for Movember? Is that going
it's for
on?
November.
Okay.
Raise
Awesome.
money for prostate cancer.
For those of you watching on air, I see you. Thank you. Please plus and tag us or circle us if you haven't yet on Google Plus, and like us if please, and share the link. If you have a question for Shawn, just tag me or anyone in the Hangout, and I'll get it to her. Okay, you guys? Okay, let's start because
That was an adorable picture.
what was that little teddy bear?
It was a puppy.
Oh yeah, this is our Google Plus stream. It just comes up. Oh, that's my Lytro page.
So cute.
I was checking out this new camera. This new Lytro camera. So yeah, we're all like tech here, multitask. Like you've written a new book.
I have.
You're on Dancing with the Stars. What are you not doing? First of all,
I don't really know. I have a full plate right now, but I love it.
How's Dancing with the Stars?
It's amazing. I love being back on the show.
Yeah, this is your second round with them. This is like the all-star.
It is.
Dancing with the Stars.
It's so much closer, and I think so much more fun this time around because we've all gone through it. We know it, to expect and what to do, and it's like a big family. I mean, everybody's so supportive and so happy to be there, and we're just having fun with it.
Isn't the competition level higher though?
Definitely
is there
higher.
Bigger pressure.
Yeah, we're pushing each other a lot more this season because I think everybody's really competitive. But that's what makes it so interesting is we're seeing higher levels of dancing than you've ever really seen on the show from the celebrity side. So it makes it interesting and fun.
It's hard to tell now which is celebrity, which is for a real dancer. Yes, Ayub, go ahead.
Well, I just really want to know how your knee's holding up. I mean, you had to pull out of the 2012 team because of it. So just wondering how that's holding up with the pressure of dancing.
Knee is doing okay. It's still attached. It was better towards the beginning of the season. I kind of heard it a little bit a couple of weeks ago dancing.
Oh, no.
So kind of just monitoring it. But it's definitely better than it was in the sport of gymnastics. So my doctor basically
it'll hold up.
Thank you.
Who had a question? Kempton, yes, go ahead.
Shawn, you look lovely. I mean, the year in my mind is when you were in the Beijing Olympics. So I want to bring back to the Olympics. So how was it like competing with the Chinese team, in Beijing Olympics? What was that scene behind the scene, the team thinking and the competition?
It was definitely different for me than I think the rest of the U.S. team. My coach is from Beijing, China, so I was actually really close with all the Chinese girls, and I've kind of grown up with them and known and watched them kind of progress. So I knew the coaches, I knew the girls. There's definitely a language barrier, but for some reason it didn't seem to be an issue, and I loved competing with them. I was proud of them, and they competed very well that day.
Wow.
Ayub, yes?
Just one little question. What was it like to see a life-sized sculpture of yourself in Iowa?
You're okay? I don't know
There's a little spill back there.
If you saw Stormy, Stormy. There's so many cords and cables over there. Fell over. He's okay.
The life-size sculpture, it was an honor, to go through that whole process of getting that done. It was pretty interesting, but Iowa's my hometown. They've always been really supportive, and getting that was pretty cool.
I just want to show you the book. In fact, you read my mind, Chaka, by bringing this book. Here is your new book. It's called Winning Balance. It's on the New York Times bestseller list. How is that?
Pretty cool. It came out in June, and I've loved it. I loved writing it. I love putting it together, and so far the feedback that I've gotten has been pretty good. So
I love it. It's what I've learned so far about love, faith, and living your dreams. What wisdom can you impart in regards to love?
I don't know if I have any wisdom, but I don't know. Through writing it, I kept a bunch of journals and diaries through my entire gymnastics career, just kind of sharing the things that I couldn't share while I was competing. Being a competitor, you have to keep some things secretive, but just sharing kind of the more vulnerable side of things and relating to people a little more.
Interesting. I am interested to hear about that. Your journals. Kyle, yes, go ahead.
Pleasure to meet you, Shawn. I was just wondering if you'd ever think about getting into training, or do you plan on going into training and coaching?
I don't think I could ever really coach. I do a bunch of clinics, and I work with kids and stuff for summer camps and kind of just more lighthearted stuff. The serious coaching, I don't think I could ever do, because I don't think I could be harsh enough. Being on this side and being an athlete and knowing what it would take, I don't think I could kind of give that to a kid. So
Really?
it's more about just having fun for me.
That's interesting that you say that. I'm going to go into that. Phil is doing his little hit here, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. Gracie, yes, what's your question?
Actually, Kyle stole mine, but I want to say hi.
Oh,
and you're very pretty.
Isn't she very beautiful? So what you're saying is, going through the Olympics, I mean, obviously being a coach is tough because you have to have that balance of being tough but yet encouraging and supportive. You wrote some stuff in your diary. Like, what are some of the things that we would be surprised to know, like what you went through?
In like writing my book, it was all about like connecting with teens and kids and anybody, but more so showing people that I was human. Yeah. They kind of put us on a platform to make us feel like and seem like we're a machine competing. And little things like standing on the podium, getting a medal. People think you're on top of the world. You think you're great and you've accomplished all this. But even standing up there getting a medal, I was still insecure. I still had different thoughts and worries and stresses. And it's just kind of sharing all those things that I went through that people are like, oh, she is kind of like me. She does have those thoughts. She does, think about other things except for, winning a gold medal. So.
Well, what's different about the Olympics in recent times is social media and how there's instant feedback. And did you pay attention to any of the social media when you were?
It wasn't quite as, like it is today back in 2008. It was just getting started. Twitter wasn't even up yet, so we didn't have to worry about it too much. But the social media anymore makes it difficult to compete. It's a distraction. There's so many things people can say instantly that can affect you and do. So finding that balance between just focusing on what you're doing and still trying to connect with the world is definitely difficult. And there's a lot of complications that they're working out when it comes to competing. But I know it was hard for my teammates this year.
Ayub, yes, go ahead.
Well, the only other question is, what's next? Is it going to be more gymnastics, more dancing, or are you going to look for a Hollywood career?
Or more writing, perhaps? Yeah.
Probably. Well, not probably. No more gymnastics for me.
Okay.
Retired.
Yes. That's retired.
My body's done with that one. But kind of transitioning into more of a fitness world. I work with Nike really closely and working on opening a fitness center and a gym, kind of a rec center, and franchising that with them.
Fantastic.
And working on developing a fitness show. So it'll be more leisure.
Some dancing.
It'll be fun.
Probably some dancing incorporated in there somewhere.
Yeah, we'll try.
Dance moves. Kempton, you have the Kempton questions.
So, Shawn, you're young, 20 years old, but when the time comes when you have your own kids, a girl or a boy, would you get them into training and be in the same routine that you've gone through? What's your thought?
Yeah, would you encourage them to go into gymnastics and athletics?
If I have kids someday and they really want to be a part of gymnastics, I have to support that. But I'm going to do everything I can to put them in anything but gymnastics.
Really?
I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't, put myself in a different sport. I wouldn't trade in anything. But knowing what it takes and having lived through it, I don't think I could know that my child was going through that. So just knowing how physically and mentally hard it was.
What advice would you give those kids now who are coming up 10, 12 years old, who want to have that Olympic gold medal? What can you advise them?
I'd say the most important thing is just to make sure you love it. I don't think anything is, that important if you don't genuinely love it. I had a passion for gymnastics my entire life. And as soon as that passion started to fade, I knew it wasn't for me anymore. And, you know, I feel like you see 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 6-year-olds being pushed into something they don't love. And then that's when that's when they burn out or they get hurt and their kind of path goes into the wrong direction.
So when you were like 12, you didn't have any doubts, like this,
not
you
at
loved
all.
it, you didn't.
And the
Okay,
few
so that's a
times
good gauge.
few times that I did have a doubt, my parents would take me out of the sport completely, and they say, you know, let's go try a different sport. Let's go, you know, get you into the violin or piano lessons, and then within a few weeks, I'd be like, no, I want to go back to gymnastics. So,
that's good advice. So you have to really love it. You have to just really want to be in it.
definitely.
Okay, I love that. Thank you so much, Shawn. And if you want to learn a little bit more, I think it'll be interesting to go back and find that, you know, what you wrote in your diaries and know what you were thinking back then. But this is her new book called The Winning Balance. And of course, check her out on Dancing with the Stars. How are you doing on that? Where are you guys in the
We're at
in the lineup?
week 7. There's
Week
7
7.
people left, and the next 2 weeks there's 2 people go home each week. So it's
Oh,
gonna
2
start
people
dropping
now.
fast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, lots of excitement on Dancing with the Stars, of course, on ABC. All right, thank you guys for hanging out. Shawn, will you take a quick
Thank
photo
you.
with us
Yeah.
before you go? Here's our camera right here.